So again, thank you all for joining me. I appreciate it. Today, our topic is unlock the power of pre-built success. So with that, we're gonna go ahead and get started. I am your host, Demetria Wright. I'm a Senior Demand Generation Manager here at RevenueWell. I've been with the company for almost 4 years now, and I love it. Again, I enjoy helping you all market your practice, and we're going to deep dive into that today. Here's what we're going to cover. We're going to talk about how to map out your content calendar ahead of time to ensure that even when you're swamped and busy, you're still getting your word out there, you're still speaking to people and trying to get more bookings on the schedule. We're also going to talk about seasonality of campaigns and ensuring timeliness for certain procedures. And we're also going to talk about small, fast customizations you can make to drive more interest. I will share campaign examples, and I'll talk about some things that you'll want to make sure that you have in your communications. If you've ever joined a marketing workshop, you know I love to gauge the temperature of our audience. So with that, we're going to go ahead and we're going to launch our first poll question, and that is, do you already know what you are going to be marketing to your patients? Do you have a strategy in place already? You can say yes, you can say no, maybe, kinda, sorta know what we're going to talk about. So if you guys can let me know in the poll response section, that would be great. Okay, it looks like most of you are saying you have some general idea, but you just don't have concrete plans yet. Some of you are saying yes, and a good portion of you, a little over a third of you, are saying no. So, all right, let's go ahead and close that poll, and we are going to hop into our presentation. Thank you all for letting me know that. So what we're going to talk about first is getting your strategy together. Before you tackle anything, you'll want to make sure that you understand what it is that you're looking to do. And what you need to have included in your campaigns to make sure that you're driving those actions that are going to help you reach your goals. So here are some things that I just wanted to, before we dive into specific ideas, I wanted to make sure that you understand what each campaign should encompass. And here we're talking to just keep everything in context for today. We're talking about your email campaigns and communications and what you want to promote and how you should promote it. So you always want to make sure that you're having an attention-grabbing subject line, because if they don't get past the subject line, they're not going to open your email and see all of the great content that you've created for them. So make sure that that subject line grabs them and pulls them in. You also want to have audience segmentation. This is very important. I would even say it's critical. You want to make sure that the people receiving your communications have a reason as to why they should be getting the communication. You don't want to send in a dental crown discount or promotion if they didn't even realize they needed a dental crown, you know? So you want to make sure that you don't turn off your audience by sending them information that doesn't pertain to them. You also want to have clear calls to action. So making sure your buttons are very clear, making sure your links are detailed and they describe what it is that you want them to do. You want to have your contact information in multiple locations so that wherever they are in the communication, they can see how to contact you. You want to make sure that your promotion is clearly stated, what it is that they'll be getting, or whatever awareness play that you're doing, whether it's we're moving locations or meet our new doctor. You want to make sure that the purpose of your email shines through when they open it up. And then last but not least, you want to make sure that everything is trackable, which in RevenueWell, that is not an issue. But if you are deploying a campaign through another system, or if it's not a campaign that is through electronic, let's say you have a campaign in the office where you have different signage and you have an engaging factor in office, you want to make sure that you have some means of measuring whether or not you were successful. That is very important, so that you know if you want to do it again, or you don't want to do it again, or you want to do it again, but maybe a little different, to make sure that you meet your goals this time around. So those are just the starter factors that you want to consider. And then you want to ask yourself, when it's actually time to choose what you're going to promote, you want to ask yourself some of the following questions. You want to ask, what is it that I want to accomplish? Am I looking to introduce a new service line? Am I looking to tell people about a special event that we have going on? Am I looking to reactivate patients? Whatever it is that you're looking to do, understanding what you want to accomplish is going to help you reverse engineer your way to success. And then you also want to understand what your constraints are. What is going to impact the outcome of your campaign? And how do you navigate around that? Is it only offered to a certain amount of customers? Is there an eligibility requirement there? They need to have this done in order to be able to take advantage of this. So making sure that there's no restraints around your audience. And then also, is it a seasonality campaign, a seasonal campaign? So, back to school campaign, you don't want to launch that in April because the kids are getting ready to leave school. So when you're thinking about your content calendar, I would say from a strategies perspective, look at your seasons first. What campaigns do you know need to go in certain spots? You want to put back to school in end of July, early August. You want your holiday promotions to start in November. You want your expiring benefits campaign to start in September. Understand the seasonality of certain campaigns. And then another thing that you want to ask yourself is, what key performance indicator am I trying to drive? Where am I trying to move the needle? Do I want to increase case acceptance? Do I want new patients? Do I want to reactivate old patients? Do I want to promote a new service? So understanding what it is that you want to accomplish, again, and understanding how you're going to be able to track that so that at the end of this campaign whether or not you were successful. So this is the exciting part. Let's talk about a content calendar. I went ahead and I put this together as a suggestion for you. Again, the whole purpose of this is to preload your marketing strategy. And this is not to say these are the only things that you're doing, but let's say that the second week of every month, you have a campaign that is ready to be deployed. You've already built it, it's scheduled, and it's in there. So again, this is about pre-built success so that no matter what's going on in your day, if you had planned to launch a campaign and then you run out of time, your week got way out of hand and overwhelming, you already have this stuff that's going out, and anything else is just icing on the cake. So we can skim through this and I'll go through a few examples as well. But again, understanding seasonality, January, you might want to have plan your dental care now as you have a reset on your insurance benefits. So the plan ahead and save messaging for January. For February, you can run a teeth whitening campaign. For March, you can run a patient referral promotion. So that can help you get new patients. If one of your goals is to drive new patients that month, you can put in your referral program. Hey, refer a friend and we'll give you a special discount on your next service, or we'll give you a product for you and your friend. April, you want to do a spring promotion, maybe Botox. And then again, maybe you want to drive some more friends and referrals and campaign to continue to bring in new patients. In June, you might want to run a social media campaign, and that's very important. This can help you thinking of your campaigns outside of just driving revenue or driving some type of announcement. Where else can you have people go that will also have them engage with you and see your communications on a regular basis, even when you're not sending an email? So getting them over to your social media channels. In July, maybe this is a good time to follow up with people who haven't scheduled their treatment in the past 6 months that you've offered at the top of the year. So this is a great time to try to load the second half of the year with those unscheduled treatments. August, as we talked about, that's a great time for back to school specials. And then September, this is where you want to start closing out your year, making sure that you close it out strong. At RevenueWell, we always recommend that you start expiring benefits reminders in September. You don't want to start those in November or December because the year is going to end way before you can capture the amount of people that you could have captured had you started earlier. So we always recommend expiring benefits reminders in September. October, you can go into patient financing options. And November, FSA rollover. That kind of goes into the expiring benefits, but it's another angle of it. Hey, use it or lose it. So you want to make sure you use your FSA funds. And then, of course, December, we also have holiday promotions that you can also start running in November as well. So let's get into some actual campaign suggestions. And I have on all of these slides some different things that I want to point out. And again, making sure that your campaign is well-rounded and that you're conveying the message that you want to convey. You always want to have a nice eye-grabbing image in there, or you can do a plain text to seem more personal, as if it's a note from the doctor or from the office manager. But in this email, we wanted to go with a more stylized email. And so you want to have that attention-grabbing statement or headline. Plan early and save. Let them know what they're about to read about and how you can help them. And then also, you want to be timely. The new year is upon us, and with it, your newest bundle of dental insurance benefits. So letting them know there's a reason that we're reaching out to you. You will always get a much better response if people understand why you are contacting them. You're going to have campaigns that are just, hey, we want to put this in front of people and make it relevant through audience segmentation. But anytime there's a timely essence or factor there, you want to lean into that to let them know, take action now. And then with that, give them the actions that they can take. So make your first cleaning of the year sometime in the first quarter. Should you need to follow up a follow-up procedure, be sure to schedule it early in the year. Speak with your dentist about procedures that may require wait times. So you're giving them a plan for them to then take into action. So this is a great way out of the gate to, yes, we're already past January, but hey, there's still time. You can still do this month. And then you can also, of course, save it for next year. And then February, we talked about a boost whitening special. Some things that I want to point out on here is, again, we have our contact information in multiple locations. And then we also want to, right here, we want to manage their expectations. A lot of times people avoid scheduling an appointment because they feel like they don't have time, or they don't want to be sitting in an office all day. They have other things they want to do. And so we want to let them know, maybe you've been searching for a teeth whitening system that won't leave you stranded in the office for all day or an hour. Here it is, you tell them, hey, we will get you in and out in less than an hour. So you're speaking to the benefits of them scheduling and why it's not a disruption in their day. You also want to make sure that you visually display some type of promotion or coupon. It's so odd today in 2024 to say coupon. I always want to say a discount code, but you want to make sure that that promotion is clearly visible to them and that they can take advantage of it. Always include when it's going to expire. It creates a sense of urgency. Oh, I need to make sure I do this within the next week because this is going to expire. This expires at the end of the month. And then one thing that you want to make sure that when you're offering any type of discount, especially dealing with services or procedures, you want to make sure that you have terms and conditions. So say, must be presented at the time of the service, can't be combined with other discounts, offer good for one patient in the month of, whatever the parameters around your discount promotion, whatever those are, make sure that they're in the email. And again, you want to have a clear call to action. Let them know what they need to do. Request an appointment. And then April, and I'm skipping around to different examples on our suggested content calendar. In April, we talked about having a service promotion being Botox. Well, here are some things that we want to highlight on this page. You want to grab their interest immediately and say something that might pique their interest, that will make them want to continue reading. Did you know that the most popular aesthetic enhancement treatment, Botox, is now available at Kevin Smith Dental? This is important, and I love this campaign because I think the general public does not know that Botox can be done with their dentist. That is something, when you think Botox, you think plastic surgeon. So this is one of those services that you can highlight that people may not know that they can get at their local dentist. So finding things that people may not know about, that they may be interested in. And also, Botox may be a word that, people are like, oh, I don't do plastic surgery or something like that. You can maybe take away some preconceived notions like, oh, Botox, you can get it at the dentist, And so you want to make sure that you have something that's interesting and attention grabbing. And then before and after photos are always great. Show them what is now and as opposed to what can be after the procedure is done. Any type of visuals that'll drive real engagement is always great. And then here, I wanted to note that you don't have to offer a monetary discount. You can also offer a free consultation. This can be, and again, all of these templates are in RevenueWell, and they can all be customized. You can change this to say anything that you want it to say. So here they're offering a free consultation instead of a discount. Maybe you don't want to give away dollars on this service, but you want to get them in so that you can talk to them more and then get them to book the service. So just thinking creatively and out of the box, and thinking about what's going to naturally be interesting to different audience members. And in May, refer a friend. So again, you want to be clear about what it is that your promotion is and have that visible in multiple locations. I love that they offered, again, you don't have to give away actual discounts on a service or a consultation. You can also give, a product. Here, they're giving a sonic toothbrush to both the current patient and the friend that they refer. And they have that stated here visually, and within the visual, they have the text. And then they also have that over here in their discount coupon. And again, making sure that your CTA, your call to action, is relevant to what you want them to do. So I always say, avoid the read more or the learn more. You want to be very direct and very specific. Refer a friend. Book an appointment, put some urgency on it. Book an appointment today. Refer a friend now. So just trying to capitalize, you've got their attention, they're here, they're reading your email. So making sure that you are driving them straight to what it is that you want them to do. And then September, we have our expiring benefits. Again, seasonality matters. Keep in mind that campaigns should make sense. You only get to use certain campaigns at certain times of the year. Factor that into your content plans. So you already have your content calendar. September is when you're deploying your expiring benefits campaign. And here you want to convey that sense of urgency. As we near the end of your insurance year, we wanted to remind you to take advantage of any unused dental benefits. Use words and bold them that are going to help them read down. A lot of times people will only see, they'll read the first couple of sentences, but if you have things that are bold, things that are italicized, bullet points, it drives them down the email. Okay, so having those different components in there, a hyperlink. I would even suggest putting this hyperlink whenever you have emails, put the hyperlink in the first sentence or two. We call that above the fold. So what they're going to see when they first click into the email without scrolling down, everything they see without scrolling down is above the fold. So give them an opportunity to take action without even having to scroll. That'll help you. And then again, the bold lettering and conveying that sense of urgency, book an appointment. And then this is our last example before we get into some other things, but this is our care credit pre-approval. So letting patients know that they have financing options to them available to them. What we're thinking about here is maybe people aren't booking an appointment because they don't think that they can afford dental care right now and the out-of-pocket costs associated with it. So you want to send them a campaign saying, hey, you know, Care Credit, we partner with Care Credit to make treatment more affordable and accessible to our patients. And I love that right here, they're detailing the value of Care Credit. You get special financing options, complete convenient monthly payments, credit decision received almost immediately. And a pro tip, if you're a current RevenueWell user, we have an enhanced exclusive integration with Care Credit where you can now see if patients are pre-approved for financing and merge that as a field into your email template. So you can even go up here and you can say, after this, you've been pre-approved for this amount, and give them instructions on how to get those dollars and schedule their treatment. So adding value of Care Credit as well as making it easy, you take away the mystery. You're already pre-approved. Here's the amount that you're approved for. Let's get your treatment scheduled. This could be a huge game changer in driving case acceptance when people know that they can pay for it. So I love the Care Credit campaign. Our new integration allows you to know exactly what they're pre-approved for and send that to them. Let them know. So I just wanted to give some examples of current RevenueWell customers who have had big results with very little effort. Again, these are templates already within the RevenueWell system. This is from Leslie Robbins, and she's from Marvin Hirschfuss DDS, and she was on a recent webinar with us in December, and she detailed this campaign. It was to promote their Sure Smile campaign, and she was able to drive almost $8,000 of revenue. And this campaign, she said, it literally took her 5 minutes because the content is in there. All she had to do was put in any little details that she wanted to put in her expiration, her terms of her terms and conditions in her promo section. She said it took her 5 minutes to go into RevenueWell, choose her template, and send it out, and she got $8,000. This is what I'm talking about. When you're busy, preload these things, and when you're busy, you're still a superstar at your practice because you're still driving revenue, you're still getting appointment bookings because of something that you built within 5 minutes. This is another one. This is from Michelle Mathieson at Brandmere Family Dental. She was able to drive over $2,000 with an FSA, expiring FSA benefits campaign. And again, she sent this to a little over 800 people, and it took her minutes. And then this is interesting because, again, you want to think outside of the box when you're creating your content calendar, and you want to make sure that it's varied. You have different things and elements that you're hitting on. Again, you want to hit on any practice announcements that patients might want to know about. You want to hit on service promotions, new product announcements. But also one that a lot of people don't think about is a charity campaign. Michelle at Brandmere Family Dental came up with a charity campaign that for every appointment booked, they would donate a portion of the cost of that appointment to a to a charity of their choice. And they were able to bring in over $4,000 from a charity campaign. And she said that, patients who were coming in were saying, I've been meaning to book, this treatment forever, but I finally got around to it because I was like, why not, help a good cause and finally get my treatment done. So helping people feel like they're helping the community, they're a part of something bigger than just them, that can be a huge double-fold benefit. It benefits the community, and it also benefits the patient and the practice, so triple benefits. And then I am going to take you all really quickly into the platform to show you how to build these. But some final housekeeping rules, you always want to be sure to add these to your email campaign. You want to make sure you have links to refer a friend, links to to write a review. Excuse me for that typo, request an appointment, not question an appointment, my apologies. And then you always want to test your emails before sending them out. You never know what's going to show up when it's actually in your inbox. So you want to test your emails, preview them, and send them to a test email account, maybe your personal email. You want to schedule emails during office hours. I think that's a great tip because then if you get any responses, you can go ahead and address them right there rather than someone having to wait, a whole day or so to hear back from you. You want to be creative and personal. You want to diversify your strategy, again, making sure that you're hitting on different promotions, different discounts, and you're driving different metrics and performance metrics for yourself in the practice. And remember, your marketing campaigns are about you. Be proud, be personable, and be direct. Do not be afraid to ask them to take action. Really quickly, I want to take you all into the campaigns and help you all build one. This will take just a minute or two. Again, this is meant to be very quick. So if you have RevenueWell, you can come right over here to the campaigns tab, and then you want to click on create a campaign. You'll come and do a one-time campaign, select that, and then you want to name it. Let's do teeth whitening, February. And then you'll click next. And then you want to choose your channel. Do you want it to be email? Do you want it to be text? Do you want it to be both? For right now, we're going to go with email for the purposes of this conversation today. And then you want to add your audience filters. Do you want to go by age, gender, when was their last appointment, or, demographic information? For right now, we'll skip this. We're going to confirm. But whatever audience filters you have on there, and then you want to go to your content. Again, this is where RevenueWell comes with 100+ pre-built campaign templates. So we're going to scroll down and we want to do teeth whitening. There it is. Teeth whitening. And then you're able to click in and preview it. Looks good, looks good. Okay, that's everything that I want. Let's go over here and make any customizations that we want. So, let's say, instead of dear, we want to say, I don't know, hello, or we want to go ahead and fill in our coupon information. We want to change up that CTA, make any little customizations you want, but you can see the content is there. RevenueWell is dental specific. So all of these templates are going to speak directly to dental procedures. And then once you're good with the content, you want to finish. And then you'll get that preview. And again, send a test. You want to test it. Send it to your personal email to see what it's going to look like. And then any preferences that you may have, don't send to inactive patients, exclude these patients. You can go ahead and choose your preferences, and then you're ready to send. And it's that simple. This is why, like Leslie and Michelle were saying, it took them 5 minutes and you're able to drive real results.